of the Unapologetic Negropean. In today's live video, we are going to discuss Fresh and Fit, the podcast, the YouTube videos. We're going to discuss it all because the reality is that, you know, when I was looking at the whole of the genre of the manosphere genre in total, it must be said that they're not all the same, are they? Not all these gurus, these dating gurus, and these men who say that they are experts in dating and in women and how to give a woman what she wants, how to keep a woman, you know. Many of them are just, I mean, I've told you before, but many of them are just in it to win it. They're in it to give the men, the types of people who are watching their content. This is not a recording, this is live, Choco Cat. So to give those types of women, to give the types of men who like that type of content, to give them something else to watch, it makes them money. It's good for them, they enjoy it, right? Hello, KS. I'm gonna say hello to you guys, see if you're still here. Yeah, it's good to see you guys here. Not many of us here, but I was really delayed, guys. So my apologies. Thanks for your patience. Unforeseen circumstances. So I had to postpone like 3 times. I'm sorry about that. Not something I normally do. So anyway, let's have a look. See if you can see my flowers here. Oh, that's nice. It's nice, pet. So, there you go. When you look at those two, and I'm not sure if you know who Fresh and Fit is. Do you know who Fresh and Fit is? Well, Fresh and Fit are 2 guys who make videos discussing women, how to keep them, and what type of women are deserved of the types of men who them two are. I know, I love these orchids, don't you? I love them. I bought them for my wife, actually. But yeah, anyway. This is what a woman wants, right? Orchids. And if you watch them, if you watch these 2, you guys will know that their content is fake because you're a bit more mature. If you're around my age, then you'll be able to read the signs straight away. So I don't think or find any content like theirs where they have to fake everything. I don't find it to be good quality content. I just find it's total garbage, if you ask me, right? I mean, if you're in a position where you have to fake it in the first place, where you have to bring on actresses and then tell them off and kick them out of your studio in order to make yourself look good, you know, to the group of misogynists who are watching your videos and listening to your podcasts, if you're having to do that, then it's not good content, is it? It just isn't. So I just wanted to clarify that we are talking about Fresh and Fit, and we're not talking about people in the manosphere in general, because you have people like Kevin Samuels. Now, I don't watch any of their stuff. I think it's all garbage. But with Kevin Samuels, at least his stuff is authentic. At least his content is authentic. He didn't need to fake himself. He puts on a persona, and that persona is something which attracts those types of women to want to be on that show, right? That he's not paying them to come on the show. I might be wrong. I mean, I don't know. But yeah, that's true, KS. Negative stuff is being pushed on YouTube. But why? Why are they trying to push the women hate us, we can do better. I mean, how are you going to do better? We're men. How are you doing better? Are you suggesting something? It's a bit weird. It's a bit weird. It's strange that it's been pushed on us that we should somehow dislike women. This beautiful entity that makes our lives worth living, right? As men, right? They do everything for us. They try to make women scared and desperate. Who are you saying? You're talking about Fresh and Fit or the Manosphere or them? They, you know? Perhaps you're right. If men and women hate each other and no babies, that's true. This is a small, you know, group of people. This is a very small group of people who act this way. But there's a lot of money in it at this present moment, hence the reason why these two are on it. Now, Fresh and Fit, okay, you got the fit guy, I forgot his name. His name is... videos, boom. I can't see his name at this moment, but it's on the thumbnail, right? So, let's see if I can get it up here. Sorry about this. Get. Yeah, there you go. Myron Gaines. He's the lighter skin guy. Myron Gaines. So you got Myron Gaines, and then you got Fresh Prince CEO, something like that. He's got some silly name. The darker skin guy, right? You got these two, and these two were social media sort of influencers anyway, right? Fresh Prince, what he used to do is he used to make these fake videos. He still makes them, actually. These videos where he stands next to a rented Lamborghini or something like that, and he's just chilling there waiting for a woman to come by, and then he'll try and talk to the woman, you know, try and chat her up, you know, try and get her numbers, her telephone numbers. He'll try that, and when she accepts and then gets into the car, then he'll say, you're a gold digger, get out my car. You know, and then the guys are supposed to be like the guys at home watching YouTube. They're like, way! They're all happy. They're happy that this guy kicked out this gold digger, because all these women are gold diggers. All they're after they're just looking for men with cars and Ferraris. They're not interested in having a man with respect and decency, a man who has a great sense of humor, perhaps someone who is intelligent, someone who loves children. You know, they're not interested in that. They're interested in somebody who's driving a Ferrari. So men that use the term gold digger don't have wealth. Yeah, men have wealth because they're trying to attract women. Wealthy men never call a woman a gold digger. Is that the case? That might be the case. That might be the case. Men have. Let's have a look. Is that true? I think that most men go out to earn money so they can live a better life. I don't think their entire focus is on a woman. I don't think that's the case. I used to think that way. Clearly, I don't think that way anymore. I'm happy to live in a way where I'm not focused on women anymore. God, I've got friends who are my age who are still going out, still partying, still doing their thing, and those guys are, you know, single. Or kind of acting like they're single. It's a sad thing to see. But the thing is, I compared them to Kevin Samuels, right? I did compare them to Kevin Samuels, but the two entities are completely different. Kevin Samuels is authentic, right? He's real to a certain degree, I think. I think he's real, right? There's no guarantee in that. Because many people ask the questions, why do these women keep wanting to go on his show? Many women just want to go on his show. They just do. They just do. He's alluring in that way, right? Or his show is alluring. So if you go on his show, you'll be talking to someone who has genuine pulling power. He's just reached 1 million subscribers, so he's got, he's running game, he's enjoying life. And he caters to an older audience, okay? Kevin Samuels caters to an audience that is more mature, has more intellect. So Kevin Samuels couldn't do what Fresh and Fit do, or else the vast majority just wouldn't watch his shows. Fresh and Fit caters to the younger men, the younger, more impressionable men. Now there is, of course, a danger, because what you now have is social media, trying to convince all men that women are not worth it, that they should be treated in a certain way because, they hate us deep down inside, that all they want is our money, they don't want anything else, they're not trustworthy. All women are not trustworthy. It's the impressionable young men that we need to be careful about exposing to these idiotas, really. What we have now is we have these videos, just like what we used to have on YouTube, on Instagram. Instagram is slightly different than YouTube, because YouTube, you need to capture that audience, you need to keep them for longer, right? Those videos that Fresh were making when he was standing next to the Lambo, they were picking up 500,000 views each. So it's worth it for him to go out and spend a bit of money and do this. All he's going to do is perpetuate this notion that misogyny is growing, and that it's a normal thing, and that it's normal to dislike women, and that all women are, all they want from us is to try and take what we have. They're going to marry us, and then they're going to divorce us, and then they're going to take half, and they're going to have our children. This is what they are trying to perpetuate. So they should be hated. So they should be disliked. That is what he thinks. That is what both of them think. That's what they're trying to push out to these young, impressionable men. And it's sad and it's bad, because it means that a little further on in the future, when these men grow a little older, they are going to struggle. They're going to struggle. You've seen all these stars, like actresses from Hollywood and that sort of thing. You've seen the way that they always sort of seem to go through men like this, they never seem to be in a solid relationship for so long. How many divorces has Ben Affleck had? It's wild. It's wild how they act, what they're doing over there in Hollywood. It's like they don't care. They fuse marriage, love life in with their businesses, their image. Ben Affleck, the person Ben Affleck, is the person who, oh my goodness, did you just say that? Coconut syrup. Ben Affleck, it has his image, and he needs to try and sell this image. And J-Lo, who he's just got back with apparently, is perfect for him, and he's dropped this beautiful Cuban woman. He dropped her like that. They just seem to be, I don't know what's going up with them. Coconut syrup. Now my now ex-boyfriend watches them and justified what? Beating me with a belt because I wasn't submissive enough. Are you being serious? Even though I cooked for him and washed his underwear. What a disgusting man. I'm glad you got away from him, coconut syrup. A lot of the times it doesn't end up well. Really, it's bad. Don't stay in those types of relationships. Those men don't love you, clearly. They are more in love with themselves. So, Fresh and Fit is, I don't know how old your husband is, by the way, but Fresh and Fit is for kids. Because only kids can realize that the stuff that they are doing online is totally fictitious, that it's fake. Kids normally can't see it. It's easy to coerce them. It's easy to mold them into the types of men that you want them to be because you want them to watch your channel. My gosh, 31. Yeah, well, you know how men, they mature much slower than women, right? It is fake, and it's crazy that they do it this way. All those women that you see go on their show, all of them, they're all paid actresses. They're all just paid actresses that they come on their show, and they know what's going to happen. So when he kicks them out, they know it's going to happen. They're getting paid for being there. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. It's crazy that we allow our youngsters, our young men, to watch this absolute rubbish. You know, I don't believe in Kevin Samuels stuff either. To say is he an impressionable man? Perhaps, because Kevin Samuels got a lot of he's got a lot of men who follow him and want to be like him. It's kind of weird, I think, as well. If he is depressed, sorry, coconut syrup, I'll read this. If he is depressed and he said, I said the wrong, and what? If he is depressed and he said, I said the wrong answer. I say let them watch Coco Cat returning back. They will be very disappointed when yeah. And the thing is, I think those types of guys who are watching this channel, Fresh and Fit, Kevin Samuels, I think the types of guys who are watching it already have that misogyny inside them, and they kind of want to be in a environment that has people in there that will validate their own hate for these women, for the woman that turned him down when he tried to approach her, for the woman that he really loved in high school, but she was too busy going out with the captain of the football team. You know, I think it's been the whole of the manosphere is being used as some sort of scapegoat so that men can validate their actions or inactions towards women, or their inability to keep a woman, or their inability to stay loyal. I think Kwesi Boyd is just like that. He's getting on the bandwagon now, trying to blame all women for his woes. It's a really sad situation, and you've got to, I know a lot of you will have kids 16, 17, 18 years old who will love these videos, sometimes even younger actually. They will love these videos, they'll love watching them, because Well, why? Because most of those videos have women on there who are dressed very scantily. Yeah, you have women on there who are dressed really scantily, you know, and they've got their low cut top. You know, they're there to look, you know, like eye candy. And then when they're doing these other videos, when they're outdoors trying to find gold diggers, they've always got a Lambo. So you got fast exotic cars, you've got beautiful women. The mind is easy to to manipulate. It really is, especially with these young guys. So if you stick a beautiful woman, if you stick a beautiful woman and an exotic car in the same video, people are going to watch it, and it's going to be young, impressionable men who are going to watch it. Sorry, let me just read this. Why not get some psychology majors in to discuss relational issues? Well, I normally have Sumumba on, who is a relationship counsellor. I normally have him on. I didn't ask him to come on today. I haven't seen him around actually. I'm going to give him a call. Michaela Thomas, many AA men view Kevin Samuels as their father as they never had one growing up. Wow. Not you, them. Oh, yeah. They should, but they don't know. You see, a lot of these men don't know that they have a problem. They don't know they have a problem, and they are listening to these fake relationship gurus, dating experts who are just, I mean, these guys, none of them have any qualifications that say that they are dating, that they are successful with women. If you look on their website, it tells you that they are successful with women. But if you listen to the way they speak in their videos, you can tell that they're acting, and that deep down inside there is a lot of fear towards women. Not even anger, but more fear. They can't speak to them properly. They are perhaps the opposite of what you would think they are, because they are so bad at trying to talk to women. You never see these guys talking good to a woman, even when they're outdoors playing these gold digger videos. UN said the only KS point he agrees with is men must pay. Well, that's the only point you agree with? It is. It is the only point I agree with. I don't have to agree with Kevin Samuels. I don't even have, he's not a part of my life in which I'm even thinking about him in that way. And sorry guys, I know that there's a few of you who do. But you cannot apply what Kevin Samuels teaches you all over the world. You may be able to apply it in the United States and in some other countries, but there are places where the women don't act this way. You know, they would never go after a man in that sort of a way. Hello, Tanya. You sound like a disgruntled feminist. Oh, are you? I didn't know you was in the manosphere as well, Aphrodite. I don't think I sound like a feminist. I think anybody who, you know, has a mother that loved you, and any man who has daughters like I have, any man who has sisters like I have, I think when you apply it into their lives, and you apply the fact that they're going to be grown up and looking for these men, and these men are going to be damaged because they watched this BS on YouTube when they were 14, 15 years old, then you're going to see there's going to be big time problems. There are places, sorry, coconut syrup, there are places that single mothers can marry again. Take Nigeria. Men with other children. Men with other children will marry her once she is willing to have more children for him, and he will pay the bills. Yeah, I mean, there is a lot of places where it's like that. You'd be surprised. It's crazy, you know, women around the world, a lot of them have been conditioned into thinking that a man with money who can take care of them is the number one important thing. That comes first. Let's have a look. Female talking points from you. Amazing. Do you have a mother that loves you, Aphrodite? Do you have sisters? Have you got any daughters? Can you be empathetic towards them? And if you are empathetic towards them, are you then a feminist? I think you're exaggerating, aren't you? You think those ladies, oh, come on, if you don't, oh my God, Aphrodite, you're smarter than that. Don't say that. You are smarter than that. You are way more intelligent than that. You're just saying that because you want people to believe that, but I don't believe that at all. If you don't think that they are actresses, if you think that these are real women, Jesus, dearie me. What I would do, right, is I would invite you to watch their, especially Fresh's videos. Watch his videos, the Fresh Prince. That's what they call him, Fresh Prince of CO or something, CEO, some stupid name. Go and watch his videos. What's that got to do with, did I say anything about facts? Sorry. What did I say about facts, Aphrodite? What did I say about facts? Just waiting for your answer. How many actors are they paying? Stop hating. They're paying those actresses. Guys, come on. Oh, wow. If you don't see what they're doing, because that's what I'm trying to tell you, go and watch Fresh's videos, the hookup videos, when he's on the videos, when he rents the Lambos in Miami. He does that a lot. Those videos pick up a lot of views, so he puts those videos out a lot. Those women, paid actresses. He's standing there next to his car, and then a woman wearing really short shorts and a crop top, you know, well endowed, walks by. Oh, yeah, would you like to go out and get a coffee? And you're sitting there, Aphrodite, saying, oh, this gold digger. Oh, dearie me. Oh, man, this is the problem. This is what I'm saying. This is proof in the pudding. There are a lot of impressionable men out there that are easy to fool. You can show them anything on the internet and they'll be like, oh, it must be true. My God. Oh, dearie me. But like I said, Fresh and Fit are more focused towards the younger generation, the younger men, who are more easily fooled by these videos. Who are more easily fooled by these videos, because the maturer men, or just mature people, can see straight through it. It's like transparent. It is the truth. Go and watch his videos now. Go and watch them. Go just apply a little common sense into your thinking. Step back, you know, stop falling into their rubbish and just watch the way Fresh talks to the women when he's standing next to the Lambo. Watch the way he talks to them. Oh, do you know, watch the way the women walk by. They'll always walk by at first and they'll say, I'm sorry, and then Fresh will start talking to them and the women will stop and, no, I'm not interested, I'm sorry, no, and then she'll start talking, she'll stand by. If a woman is genuinely uninterested in talking to you, She is not going to stop and turn around and square up to you and tell you, I am not talking to you. If a woman's walking by you on the street and she's not interested in you, she's going to walk by and probably not even talk to you at all. If she is a little bit more polite, then she'll say, no, thank you. And she won't stop. Watch those videos. And once again, analyze them. I do know American women. I've lived in America for long enough. I know American women quite well. I know them very well, actually, because I dated a few of them myself. I'm not a millionaire. But I was able to do that. You need to be able to, I mean, I'm not even sure. I haven't been on the dating scene for quite some time now. So I'm happy to hear this. There are a lot of people out there who are desperate. But analyze their videos. And this is something you're not doing, Afrodamus. You're not analyzing the videos. And you are good at that. Look at the videos. Watch the way the girls, when Fresh and Fit are interviewing them and they're barking at them, they don't react in the way in which most girls would react. They act. It's an act. It's clear as day to me if you watch them and you see the way the girls are. They're a bit compliant and they're a bit all in themselves whilst they're getting barked at by these two men. And then they get up, oh, I'm going to kick you out of the room now. It's like Jerry Springer. Afrodamus, did you watch Jerry Springer? And did you think that was the truth? Did you think that was real? I'm interested in hearing your answer to that one. Did you think Jerry Springer was real? Afrodamus, did you watch Jerry Springer and did you think it was real? And how do you know it's real? Have you got a Lambo? Do you pull up to chicks that way? Have you got a wife? Are you in a stable, loving relationship now? It'd be interesting to hear. I'm sorry I didn't go, I can't invite people on because I didn't expect to be on for that long. But it's really interesting. Sometimes the theatre that you see, even on YouTube, right, is, it's a fallacy. It's a facade. It's made up, done to generate views. Do you believe that? Or do you think it's all real? Women, I mean, there are women out there. I'm not saying that there are no gold diggers out there. I'm not saying that. Clearly there are gold diggers out there. We call them wags in England for some weird reason. Wives and girlfriends, W-A-G, wags. I don't know. I don't know why they call them that. But yeah, clearly they are. There are gold diggers. There are women out there who go with men purely for the reason to be with an affluent guy so they can live an easier life. I'm not saying they don't exist. I'm saying that Fresh and Fit's videos are fake. That is what I'm saying. And also, but Kevin Samuel's videos, they're not fake, they're real. They're real. They're real people, real women. Jerry's, come on. Yes, Chakoka, of course. Jerry Springer was fake, but you will get the odd person who will believe that it was real, who will believe that do you remember another chat show called Richard Bay, the Richard Bay Show in the 90s? It used to come on the same time around Ricky Lake, when Ricky Lake used to come on. So some of the guests Ricky Lake that comes on the Ricky Lake Show are fake. Bam, right. I'm going to tell you something, right? And you guys, I'm going to blow your minds away now. Maury Povich, some of them are fake. Like some of them are fake and some of them are real. But I'm going to tell you one fake audience member. And if you look back now, if you look back on YouTube, it will be there. Around 1992, a little after the LA riots, Oprah had a show, and she had people on that show that was talking about how the riots started and talking about the police that was there and why the police did what they did, right? And the consequences and everything else. They were talking about the LA riots. And in the middle of this, show, a white lady gets up. She says, I just want to say that when I watched the video, you don't know what happened to that man before they started doing what they were doing. And then everybody's looking at her like she's crazy, like, shut up. And then afterwards, an older lady gets up afterwards and picks up the mic afterwards and says, I'm sorry, all you guys, she is too young and doesn't realize the type of world she's living in. And everyone's like, hey! It was fake, guys. It was staged. Come on, man. No wonder we're all getting scammed. It was fake. If you can look it up on YouTube, I'll try and find it. But if you look at them, they're all actors and actresses. There are a lot of actors and... My God, what's her name? Oh, gosh. K&K Squad. What, do you think they're just real? K&K Squad? What, you think they go on these shows to really talk about what they're doing? K&K Squad go on these shows to make money. They go on these shows to make money, guys. And it doesn't matter if they're telling the truth or not. They're just going to go on that show. They're going to say how it is. They're going to play their faces and they're going to leave afterwards. And that's it. They walk away with their bag. And you walk away believing what they saw. Believing that what you saw in the video. Believing that they are, oh my gosh, Afrodamus. You once dated someone whose aunt went on Jerry Springer before. It wasn't, oh my God. Deary, deary me. I'm comparing Fresh and Fit to that. Of course I am. There was no YouTube out about around that time, but Fresh and Fit is a talk show. There was no podcast around the same time, but there would have been. It's the same thing. Different stage, but the same thing. It's a talk show, right? And that's what they're doing. They're talking to one another. So of course you can compare the two. You can compare the two. And it's wild. It is wild to believe that there are people out there who genuinely think that this is the way women act. And they're not. And I would suggest that if you do believe that and you go out in the real world, and the women that you're around, that you're surrounded with, I would suggest if you are in an environment where you have all those types of women who will only look at you if you are driving the right type of car or you have the right type of jewelry on, then get out of that environment. You know, if it's like that, if you're saying it's like that in the United States, and I know it's not. In certain pockets there will be. Just like here in Europe. Here in Europe, it's very difficult to pick up a woman. Unless you look a bit rugged, a bit tough, like you've been beaten up, like you've had a hard life. They like men like that here. You know, they want a rough man here. In England, more specifically, they're not looking for someone who's all suited up and a man who looks like he spends more time in the mirror than they do. They don't want that. They want a man who's going to grab them when they get home. It's Friday, and grab them and drink their beer. And they like men here. They don't like men who are going to watch YouTube and start whinging at women Yeah, that women didn't do that. They don't like men like that. Sorry, pal. They don't like, women here in Europe in general don't like men like that. And in general, they don't go after, most of them aren't, they're not gold diggers. You don't tend to see a lot of gold diggers in Europe because Europe's quite a wealthy place. Right? Europe is the wealthiest economic zone on the planet, right? It's the wealthiest place in the world, the European Union, right? So it has a lot of money. And the people there, the people that stayed in Europe and didn't migrate to the United States or Canada or Australia or New Zealand, the people who stayed in Europe generally tended to be wealthier. Those are the ones who owned our forefathers and everything, and they have old money. And that old money has compounded over the last 400, 500, 600 years. You cannot pull up to a woman in London in a Ferrari and think that you're going to get a no problem. You'll be rudely awake. They won't even stop to talk to you actually, and they'll find it slimy. But that man who is toned up, bit grubby, you know, who's throwing the rubbish into a garbage truck, you know, who has the eyebrows and that type of man, they're going to stop for that man. They're going to stop for that man. That's the way it is, because the women here tend to be from wealthier families too. You're not going to impress them with a Rolex. They can buy it. You're not going to impress them with something that they can already have. Here in Europe, the Eastern European girls tend to be that way. If I need to be honest with you, Eastern European girls tend to be gold diggers. They tend to go with money, with men who have money. It doesn't matter how old they are or how young they are or what race, creed, anything. They will go with a man who has money. That is the most important thing for them because they have come from poorer backgrounds. But the ones in Western Europe, you're not doing that. You're not doing that. And I would say that if you're in Miami, if you're in a place like Miami or California, how many times are you going to bump into a woman who's going to be attracted to? I mean, look at the guys. Look at Fresh and Fit. Look at those two guys. They're no oil paintings, right? They're no oil paintings. They're not the best looking men in the world, right? And they are there talking as if they are experts in women, like they know how to talk to women. But just for one moment, watch their videos and watch the way they interact with women. Look at the way they do that. Hello, Matify. Hello from Finland. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Not all Eastern European girls don't go with your wallet. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Well, a lot of them do, especially from the Baltic regions. Maybe not so much from next door to you in Estonia, but Latvia, Lithuania. As soon as they go to bloody London, they're all over the place. But thanks for that super chat. Thank you very much. I have been to Miami. It is very superficial. Yeah, it is. It's different actually, because the first time I went to Miami. Hello, Trey. Hello. How you doing? The first time I went to Miami, it was goodness, it was 20 years ago, and it was a different scene then. You know, it was still trashy back in them days. They were playing Spice Girls in the nightclubs there. I don't know, man. It was a different type of vibe, just filled with trash. Really, not my type of place. But apparently things have changed. I haven't been back since, so let's have a look. I'm from Estonia. You know well. Oh, you're from Estonia? No way. Nice to have you here. I do know. I've been to Estonia a few times. Just not for long, but I've been to Estonia a few times. Been to Latvia and Lithuania more. Actually, do you know what? This is another fact as well. So if you go to these countries, right, especially countries in the Baltic regions, just below Finland. I've never been to Finland before, so I can't talk about Finland. But the Baltic, not Balkan, but Baltic countries. Those countries are, you know, they had hard times, and if you go there and watch the way the two women, there are two types of women. You have the local women, and then you have the Russians. Yeah, because Russia is next door. And most of the Russian women tend to be happy, you know, because most of them got money. They act in a different way. They're not looking for money, because their parents, it's more than likely they grew up in money already. But those other ones, they tend to be gold diggers. They tend to be gold diggers. They are looking for that bag. They don't want to work. But it's not the case for everybody. That's what I'm trying to say. It's not always the case that you get women who, it's not always the case that you will get a woman who only is after you for your money. I wouldn't know, because I don't have any. Actually, there was a point in my life where I had some decent crud, and I bought a car. I bought two cars, actually. My first ever car that I got was a Porsche 911 996 Turbo S. That was the first car that I got, and I kept that for about less than a year. And then I bought another car, which was a BMW M3, a silver one, convertible, red seats, really nice car. And then after that BMW, I bought another BMW, which was a BMW 650i, convertible, red seats, black. It was really nice. And that car was the worst car to drive. The worst car to drive. However, when I used to pull up at places sometimes, I used to get women trying to talk to me because I was in that car. It's really weird. I used to get women who used to do that. It does happen. It does happen. But if they were doing this, if they were doing these pranks, where they would have an orange Lambo or something, or they'd rent a Ferrari, and they really did it. They really just sat there waiting for a woman. In places like Miami and LA, it's not going to happen. They're not going to have anybody pull up on them. It won't happen. They'd have to be better looking guys too, right? Women are not just looking for the bag. No, they want the total package now. And I don't think there is anything wrong with a woman having some standards. And a lot of these guys are angry because these women are keeping to their standards. I'm sorry, yeah, you know, that's another thing that I like about Kevin Samuels. He's trying to get men to raise their game, right? That's what he's trying to do. He's trying to tell men, yeah, if you want that beautiful, intelligent, you know, free-spirited woman, you know, who is God-fearing and everything else. If you want a woman like that, and you are not up to her standard, then you are going to have to do something about it. You are going to have to raise your game. Don't get angry at them. Don't become a misogynist. Yeah, well, these women, they only want one thing. No, there are plenty of women. I'm guaranteed you that a lot of these women, they don't just turn down men who don't have these. I bet you they turn down other men as well that do have these flashy cars, that do have money. It happens. It happens more often than it doesn't. Someone said that Miami is really fake. LA might be quite fake as well. I was told that LA is fake, so I wouldn't know. I'm just going to read some of your messages. Afrodamus is going to do a show on UN this weekend. Ha ha ha. That's quite funny, Audrey Kemi. I hope not. Scared. If they had standards, why Pookie and E Ray Ray is winning? Are they? Define winning. Doesn't look like they're winning to me. It doesn't look like they're winning. Your Pookie and Ray Rays, look at the types of women that they are going after. That's the best place to go, Aphrodite. The best place to go to get that quality woman. Church. I'm sorry, but it's the best place to go. In Birmingham, where I'm from, they used to have a Sunday church. They used to have Sunday church, and it was good. It was like a normal church, but people used to go there afterwards, you know, in their nice clothes, and the nice girls used to go there. Come on, guys. Come on, guys. You know this, you know. There's the quality women at church. You know that. They just are. They are. And if you're planning on, you know, you need to look at your environment. You need to take a look at where you are. If you are living in a place that is not so desirable and you're looking for your life partner in that area, then you're going to be in a world of hurt. Really, you're going to find someone who's going to perhaps even bring you down. It's better to be around people. Here I am, I'm giving life advice and dating. Am I becoming a dating guru? I hope not. No. So yeah, you're going to find somebody of that caliber. So you need to look in the right places. So anyway, I want to get back to this because we're coming off subject. So a lot of you guys, you are a little, you know, my generation type thing. And if you know, if you've got kids, 15, 16, 17 years old, you need to be really careful with these kids. You need to be careful. You need to be careful with what they are watching. You need to sit down, especially the men, you need to sit down with them and talk to them. Let them know what type of content that they are watching on YouTube, if they are watching YouTube, and allow them to understand why men would sometimes fake it. I wouldn't even be surprised if the Fresh and Fit crew are not even misogynists at all. I wouldn't be surprised if they're not misogynists, or they love women, or they don't have a problem with women whatsoever. But that bag is no joke. It cost them money to set up this studio. It cost them money to set up, to get the cameramen in. It cost them money to get the girls in. They need a show. They need men to watch this. They need women, you know, to react. You know, they need that. They like that contrast between all the people, mostly men, right, who are loving the content, loving seeing these beautiful women being talked to like they're trash and then kicked out of the studio. And then you've got the women who hate it, you know, they're making comments, and you've got these men making comments towards them, and it's a perfect situation. They're looking for that. But it's hard. I know, like I said, I've just listened to people saying, oh yeah, come on, you're just supporting them. No, there's nothing to support. There never was anything to support. Okay? There is no fracture between men and women. There never has been, there never will be. We love our women. Black men love our black women. That will never change. So please, guys, if you do have youngsters, if you've got them at home, be really careful. Be really careful with what they watch, especially young, because they're so young, they're so impressionable. They will think that The way to talk, to women later on in the future, that is the way that they should be treating them, that they should be talking down to them, that they should be talking trash to them. And it's not the way. It isn't the way, clearly. And they're going to end up winding up having problems themselves talking to women and becoming misogynist and blaming the women themselves instead of looking at themselves and looking at their upbringing. Okay, so guys, I was going to keep this one short, but goddamn, guys, you gotta watch a few of the videos now. That's what I'm going to ask you to do. Watch a few of the Fresh and Fit videos now. Look at the Fresh Prince of CEO or whatever his name is. Watch his videos, his prank videos. He calls them prank videos, where he's the gold digger videos. Oh, I've got a nice car, come with me. Oh, okay. Watch those videos. And guys, if you truly believe that this is all real, dearie me. Dearie me. So guys, that's all I've got time for today. I'm really sorry about how long this took, actually. There you go. I'm really sorry about how long it took to make, because what happened? Well, unforeseen circumstances. There was an incident. It's all good now, no problem. No one that we know got hurt. So we'll put it this way. But all is good. And yeah, tomorrow, what are we going to be talking about tomorrow? In tomorrow's video, I am going to, it's today, tomorrow is what? Friday. I'm going to have to look at the schedule first, okay? Because I've got 2 interviews on the weekend and it's going to be very good interviews. Fresh Prince CEO, wow, he looks even ugly in his own channel. I know, right? And he's apparently he's an expert on women, but he doesn't talk like someone who's an expert on women. He doesn't even talk like someone who has any confidence in speaking to women. How can he put himself into that situation and try and talk like he's the man when it's clear that he isn't? So yeah, guys, I'm going to leave it there. I wanted to keep it under an hour and I'm really happy about that. And I'm sorry that I'm late. Tomorrow's video is going to be a bomber, okay? It is going to be a bomber. I might actually post a video and go live twice on the weekend, so you're going to enjoy this, okay? So thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. Hit the like button if you can. Please don't forget to subscribe to the Oversight channel, the channel that is there to give you information on how to invest on the African continent safely and securely. Just the videos are all less than 5 minutes long. Give it a watch, okay? The link is in the description. And I will see you in the next one. Guys, thank you very much. Until the next time, please think twice. Ta-ra a bit. This man already told you his wife is an Arab. Take care, guys. Oh, I'm not even sure how to stop this. How'd you stop it? How'd you stop this?